Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing my reaction to the chapter 1 of Awaken Alive to Truth by John Cooper Skillet. Before we dive right in, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content. With that in mind, let's get started. So in chapter 1, John just basically says, this is how I came to know Jesus at age 5, this is what happened, and just his life, And so I wanted to, and my reaction was really astounding. I thought that he did a really great job at explaining life isn't easy, but it's worth it, and just how he followed Jesus. So I think, and he also uses a few Bible verses, like I said. For example, under his subtitle, The Prophet of Following the Truth, in pages 17 through 18, he says this verse, he says, "Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock, and the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house. But it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. Then the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it." Matthew 7:24 through 27. When I think of that verse, I think of someone who is a Christian but who doesn't follow the words of Jesus. I think, and that's his whole point. If we are called to be Christians, we're held by higher standards, by God's higher standards, to be different from the world. And he also says in page 18, he says this, he says, "Jesus knew the truth, life is hard, storms will come. Do you want to be someone whose life stands in the midst of those storms? Would you like to be someone who has a foundation so strong that you can weather whatever life throws at you, no matter how hard the trial or how hurtful the pain?" That's a great question, because I know for me personally, I've taken some tragedies a bit too seriously and a bit too personally, and sometimes I wonder, where is God in the midst of all this? Where is he going? Is he here? Is he with me? And there's this one verse that I think really just sums this up perfectly. Whenever I've asked, God, where are you? Why am I still stuck in this sin that I have? There's this verse from 2 Corinthians that really just hits me. In 2 Corinthians 12:9, he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." I think we as Christians can stand up and do a whole lot better at representing Jesus and the truth. It's hard, but I believe we can do it. And this is basically just one of the ways to do it. First chapter of this book is really good. It's just amazing how this lead singer of an all-time famous rock band is just so passionate about Jesus and doing the right thing. And I want to ask you this question, do you know Jesus? Do you actually follow him? Do you follow his teachings? Because the truth is, if we put Jesus' words into action, we are building our house on the rock. However, if we are not doing it, we're building our house on sand. I ask you, do you want to be more like Jesus? Do you want to follow his teachings? And then you might ask me, well, what are some options? Well, one of the options is to dive deep into the Word every day. I find this very helpful, and I hope we can be accountability to each other and just read the Word together and just understand who God is. And then the second thing I would recommend is, when you come across a hard passage in the Bible, don't be afraid to say, hey God, I don't really understand this passage, and keep praying and keep asking, and God will provide. You know, He, in His timing, His timing is not our timing, and I think that's what we need to take into account is our timing is way different from God's, and we need to stand up and take belief and be ready. That's all for today. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content. Like I said, I will be providing regular updates about this book, and see you guys next time. Okay, bye guys.